Okay. All right. Markets and cryptocurrencies tank as rich institutions quietly keep buying this dip. It. Okay, live. I'll read chat in just a second. Also, I stopped using Getter. The fact that I can't link out to Twitter is like such a problem. Plus, it's not even growing, so. Eh. American supremacist. Man, I don't want to say I wish for the winter because I hate the cold now, but man, I just wanted to be a little cooler, you know? It did just rain like crazy, so maybe tonight it'll be nice and cool. So, yeah, I guess I'll wait a little bit. Let me see. Well, I guess I cannot update the no! Fuck, I actually lost all that loot. I could have maybe have had $1 million loot drop and then I wouldn't even know. He was already my guild's full anyway. So, anyway, I was just thinking more about, the trademark stuff. So now that I actually have to start being careful, I'm just going to say that, I guess I'll just say I will be escalating things. But I'm feeling very confident about it. So it's actually to the point where I'm actually probably going to override my own lawyers, despite whatever like reservations they may have. So having the worst time of my life, I recovered my computer and my ledger sync wallet didn't have. Oh fucking shit. Recover my computer, my ledger sync wallet. Didn't have my VeChain wallet bag stored, so now I can access all my bet. I send the blockchain, but I know. Oh my god. I mean, I'm almost afraid to ask how much is that worth right now? Yeah, I always say you have to make multiple backups of your wallet. I remember back when AOA coin. Fucking hell. I mean, luckily you'll make that back, but that still sucks, man. But yeah, 40k vet stash. Okay. Well, luckily that's easily recoverable. You know, at least you didn't have like 1 million vet, then you might actually just jump out a window at that point. Well, yeah, I figured out very early that, and I've always said this before in previous Bitcoin video streams, always make multiple backups of your wallet. There's absolutely no reason to have just one backup because you will lose it. You will lose it in one form or another that you cannot anticipate. In fact, I've had a couple situations, and I figured this out shortly after I was making my 808 coin, and I really thought to myself, you know, I really should just start making backups of my wallets. Because what if I screw up someday? And guess what? Months later, I did screw up and I got scared because, like, oh my god, I just lost, like, my income. I just quit doing background acting. Well, what am I gonna do? And then like 10 seconds later, I immediately remembered, yes, I have an email backup, I have this other computer backup, I have all these other backups, and I accessed it. And I was like, oh, thank God. And of course, I made a lot more fucking backups afterwards. It sucks seeing the blockchain not having access to it. Yeah, I actually don't know how that feels like because I've never had that problem, but I definitely know that I never want that problem. So unfortunately, I guess my advice is you'll just have to learn your lesson, and then just ask Jesus Christ to just help you get over it and try to make the money back. Unfortunately, I don't have much more because I mean, let me reread your thing. Recovered my computer and my ledger sync wallet didn't have my VeChain wallet bag stored. Okay, so what I don't understand is you said you recovered your computer. What does that actually mean? Did you replace the hard drive? Are you using a different Ledger X thingamajig? You also said sync wallet. Factory reset. Okay, so this is the part that's confusing me. A Ledger X and that sync function sounds like it should be stored on the cloud somewhere. Can't you just access the cloud? Also, the Ledger X thing, I assume, is your USB stick. Like, that should not be formatted, right? That should still have the data. And from what I'm reading, you didn't say you lost your password. So I'm not, like, how is it actually stored? Because I'm actually willing to bet there could be a way for you to recover it, but I just need to know how you actually stored it. I mean, unless you actually only had your wallet file on the computer and then you know, did a reset. I still have my word access codes. Okay, all right. Oh, so you don't have to be upset. You just said. Yeah, you literally just said you have the word access codes. That's your 12 or 14 word passcode, right? Please tell me you actually have that. Obviously, don't type that here because I could actually just go steal your money or anyone else watching the stream. Like, do you actually have the word codes? Because if you actually have the codes, you can recover. Then you didn't lose your money. You just put the yeah. You do. Okay. See, aren't you glad you're watching my fucking streams? All right. So you did not lose your freaking money. All right. Now, yes, I have my word keys. Perfect. All right. So you can recover your freaking money. Now the thing is, I don't know what type of ledger X. Actually, what do I have? I think I have I have a treasurer, but they're essentially the same. All right, here, let's take a look. What is the model of your ledger? Is it ledger X? Ledger? Oh no, that's the option. What is the actual ledger that you have? Ledger X. Which is weird because that ledger X reminds me a lot like ledgerx.com. Okay, so you have a Ledger Nano X, right? Is that it? Is that the one? All right, because I'm gonna help you get your money back right now. I mean, Greg already came out with the video, but of course, for VeChain you have to download Sync. Yes. Okay, so now I've never used I don't have a Ledger Nano X. But I'm pretty sure you have the words. All you have to do is put in the words into your ledger. Then you unlock your wallet keys, and then you install Sync. And then Sync will recover your money. Because it sounds like Sync is a cloud platform. So the data is there. It just requires a receiver on your end, which you have. The reason why it's not showing up is because you did not input your keys. How to recover. How to recovery seed put in. Yeah, here we go. Restore line. Restore your. Well, this is a Nano S. Replace your battery or ledger hard. The ledger Nano S will recover prior keys backed up by your confidential recovery phrase. Right. You need to alright, so you need to plug your thingy into the micro USB or the USB port. The recovery phrase is free, so BIP39, BIP4 recovery are supported. The computer at least Windows 8. Well, Windows 8. The Ledger Live application downloaded and installed. Instructions. Restore. Okay, simply open up the app to get started. I'm gonna send you this link. For fuck's sake. Alright, just go on my Twitter here. I'm not even going to put tags in it because, you know. Alright, so it's on my Twitter. Go click that link, right, so you can follow along. But install this application. I assume it's going to auto-detect your specific Ledger X. Then it says restore from recovery phrase. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, at this point, it's actually pretty easy. So you got to put in your PIN code. Or you have to pick one, and then you actually enter your words. So, believe it or not, don't type in your words, but it says 12, 18, or 24. Just follow these instructions. This is how you get your money back. Oh, and if and when you do, which you 99% should be able to do, please make sure you make multiple backups and secure that shit. All right. I mean, yeah, there's more risk because you have more chances of like it leaking, but believe it or not. Unless you live in like a dangerous minority neighborhood where everyone steals everything, you're more likely to lose all your money because of what just possibly happened to you, and then you are to actually lose the keys due to like someone stealing it. Do you want my words? Yeah, obviously don't tell us the words because that is actually your money. So Well, there you go. You know, you should be able to get your money back. Just follow the thing. Cause I can't follow because I don't have a Ledger X. But it's the same. Like they actually made it easy for you. You just download their software, and then the software does everything for you. But you have the most important part, and the only part that matters, which is you have your recovery words. You know, those words are going to get you your money back. And then I assume after you put in the words and you have your wallet back, either you'll see your money or you have to install, I guess, the sync thing or whatever it is thing that you have to install, and then you should see your money after the blockchain catches up on your wallet. I mean, I don't know, like, technically how it operates, but that's usually how it goes with blockchains. And then you have your money back. And then, again, make sure you don't screw this up. Okay, so markets are down somewhat. Crude oil went up today. Oh, and then Bitcoin. Wait, where was Bitcoin? Yeah, 32.8. I mean, Bitcoin's still having trouble, but that's because the market's just died today. Like the market is in full-blown panic mode and doesn't know what they want. Because the job numbers came in worse, which normally means the market should go up, but now people are just like, oh my god, the recovery is at jeopardy, sell, sell, sell. And then it's just like, emotionally unstable people. Dude, this works, I owe you in this life. Blessings. Yeah. Well, you probably owe me more than that, but, I'll take a thanks. That good karma might help me down the line, because believe me, I'm probably going to need it. I just don't need it now, Or I don't know, I mean, I'm hoping my Battle Royale game will actually be fun for you, and then you can, maybe, if you're still kind of playing it, maybe you can, moderate my forums or some shit, too. Or something, I don't know. I'm sure there are plenty of other ways. Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah, my projects and channels, yes, that I do need a lot of, especially now, because the reason why I'm going through all these trademark problems is simply because I don't have enough presence online. It's practically nothing. And that's nothing because I don't have my second game out. But the second game out is not going to be out for at least months because I'm still retraining for Unreal Engine. It's just so effing hard. You have a Patreon collection site, I'll make a monthly donations. I actually do have monthly donations, but you know what? I would just simply just promote my Twitter, promote my games. I mean, there's really no point promoting the tower defense game, but definitely the Battle Royale and stuff like that. That's more than enough. I mean, money would be nice too, but I mean, I'm really just waiting on this thing to freaking go to the moon already. Alright, so I do want to look at what Nick is tweeting because he's actually active now. Let me see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then, yeah, I mean, Trump's got that lawsuit, but, whatever. I mean, it's kind of insane. I'm kind of a better lawyer than Trump. That's not a good sign. Or, well, actually, I am getting pretty smart, so. Yeah, I've learned so much in the past few weeks than I have, and I've been learning a lot for the past few years too. Again, I just wished, I fucking just did programming at least, 2 years earlier. Oh well. Alright, so bonds are also getting bought up. It was getting bought up a lot, and it looks like it pulled back a bit before the markets ended. So I don't know. There's a lot of fear out there. Ugh. By the way, if you recover your money, let me know in the chat if before I end the stream, if that's the case. Otherwise, just let me know tomorrow because today's Thursday, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna hope that this karma is gonna help me with this trademark shit. Working on it. Yeah. I mean, obviously, just take your time. But it shouldn't take too long. I mean, the longest thing will actually be installing the software and maybe it's resyncing with the VeChain sync thing or whatever that is. All right, so obviously crypto's down across the board. Where are we? Binance coin is actually holding pretty steady compared to everyone else. Of course, it's still down though. VeChain getting hit. Filecoin still shit. Shiba Inu is actually surprisingly resilient, and PancakeSwap is actually very strong. So, like Greg said this morning, he expects the dip to be bought, which it did. Yeah, and then Hotbit token's down a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, look at this. Jet, yeah. Oh my God, I'm so glad I dumped this shit. This thing is down to 94 cents, 94.4. Yikes. All right. So, I'm also getting hungry. Yeah, it's just so bad. All right. So, what do we got? What does Greg have for us today?
Okay, everybody, it's me, Greg Manarino.
All right. So, like I said, once you get your shit back, make more backups and secure that shit. You know, if you got an email, then email. All right. You've got a safety deposit box, and you're not afraid of the IRS seizing your shit. Put a copy in the safety deposit box. Hey, Miniwaza. Good timing too. Just started the video. But yeah, have multiple backups because you will lose at least one of them at one point, right? And when that happens, you're fucked if that's your only copy, right? You got lucky today. Well, A, because you remember to have your past recovery seed, and two, you have me. Man, if only I was as lucky to have someone like myself to help me out. Would certainly save a lot of stress. But I guess that's why Jesus is, taking great pains to help my ass out, because, yeah, there's no way in hell I would have been able to just do this on my own, man. Trust me, I was crapping myself. Yeah, I would be too, man. Potentially losing, 40 grand, 40,000 V-chain. I mean, geez, that's that's like motive to like go on a mass shooting in a fit of pure rage. I've been stressed out since yesterday. Oh, so this must have happened after my stream ended. Well, like I said, take this as a very valuable lesson, and the best part is you didn't actually have to pay the actual price. You had the effects of the price without paying it, so you are very freaking lucky. At 26, I'm a millionaire. Yeah, I don't know if VeChain's gonna go up that high. That's actually too much. That would be 10, 100, 1,000. That's like 250x. That would put the market cap at VeChain alone to be like somewhere around the trillions. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't lost all my money yet. Oh well. Yeah, well, let's hope it stays that way. It's not a good feeling to lose money, man. Like, it's one thing if you make a mistake and then you lose, and then you make a bad trade and then you lose money, right? In fact, I recently did that with the Wings, the Jet Swap Finance stuff, right? I just decided to take the $7,000-8,000 loss. Thank God I did that, right? Because that shit's dying. So, yeah. I mean, in the game of life, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully, you win more than you lose. Economic free fall, food prices are skyrocketing, consumer debt is hitting an all-time new record.
It is Thursday, July 8th, 2021. A lovely day. Really was a lovely day. Let's talk about this. Why was it such a lovely day? Well, stocks can sell off. But what are we talking about here? Let's see. Nothing. So the market dropped today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell about 0.7%. The Nasdaq 0.7 or 8%. S&P 500 about the same. Not even 1%. Not even 1%. Okay. As a matter of fact, stocks were down much lower earlier today, and guess what happened? They're buying the dip. I can't believe they're buying the dip again. Yeah, it's not going to stop here, especially after what we heard from the European Central Bank today, what the Federal Reserve is doing. Again, we have a lot to talk about here. So, okay, big whoopie do. Like I said, the market did sell off a little bit today, and I mean a little bit. And of course, you got the usual, oh, this is it. It's a crash. It's over today. How about no? No. Really? I can understand why people say these things, especially looking at the yield curve. 10-year yield right now, 1.28. I mean, think about this. Any individual or company, entity that is willing to hold debt in this particular environment is guaranteed to lose money. When you weigh that against the actual rate of inflation, they're guaranteed. What kind of an idiot would invest in an investment vehicle, duh,
Huh.
that is guaranteed
Yeah.
to lose money, to lose purchasing power. You gotta be brain dead. But understand that there are a lot of brain dead people out here.
Yeah, that's what people are
So
doing right now. It's so
I don't know
stupid.
what they're thinking here. But that's okay. Let them play their game. If they think if they just want to lose money, that's fine. That's lovely. It's just not me. Absolutely not. So let's see. So yes, I can understand looking at the yield curve pointing toward. I mean, come on, everyone's starting to talk about it. Did you see Fox Business today?
Yeah,
CNBC,
yield curve.
Bloomberg. Look at that yield curve. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
pointing
dying.
towards slowing growth.
Yeah, even Cryptos R Us actually started talking about it. Like, I think it was today or yesterday's video. I don't remember what video I was watching today of his. But yeah, he totally talked about the yield curve for the first time. So yeah, big news. Also, it's pretty good too because both the yields and the dollar is going down. So this is extremely bullish setup. So hopefully, things start turning around and just start skyrocketing. Especially because I want my effing money.
Duh. We're not growing at all. We're just exploding the debt. See, but they can't tell you that.
I'm prepared to
And what
make
about all
food.
this
I need
news we
chicken and
got today?
fries.
Unexpected. Oh yeah, jobless claims unexpectedly rise. They don't expect it to happen. No, they're drinking the Kool-Aid. They're buying the lies and the propaganda. I suppose. I don't know. Crude oil today, nice turnaround. Got bid higher, very nicely, over $73 a barrel and change. Again, we're going much higher with regard to crude. You all know that. Dollar lower today, despite the fear in the debt market, 10-year yield cratering. I mean, it's an astonishing thing. Like I said, just a few months ago, the 10-year yield was about 1.8. Now we're at 1.28. Oh yeah, this is a great sign of a booming economy. Ask the Federal Reserve, who just said yesterday that we're not booming. Oh, wait a minute. But you're not supposed to know that. Sorry. Forget I said that. Yeah, turn on any of the smiling faces on the mainstream, and they're going to try to convince you that what you're seeing is not real. We need to talk about that. But let me just finish a few other things. Gold and silver today fell under a little pressure. Not much. Cryptocurrencies remain under pressure. I don't care. You know that. Let's move forward. So again, we got this jobs number today, and of course it was unexpected that it gained. They were expecting this to be great because our economy is booming, for which it's not, people. And how about this little piece of information here? Year over year, food prices are up 33.9% year over year. A lot of people would call that hyperinflation. I think that's pretty freaking epic. I think you would have to agree. Now, here's another lovely piece of economic news. Keep that one in mind. So year over year, food prices are up 33.9%. I got to write this stuff down. I can't remember. Now, here we go. This is something that actually it's very sad to hear, but to be expected as well. So 29% of unemployed workers who are actively looking for work, 29% of these people have been out of work for a year or more. That's according to the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Does that sound good to you? 29% of unemployed workers actively looking for work are out of work now for longer than a year. That is a pretty staggering number, 29%. Oh, but we're booming. Now, here's another thing I want you to pay attention to. I mean, it just keeps on coming here. So, consumer debt is skyrocketing. So we found out today, that U.S. consumers are borrowing cash at historic paces. They just can't get enough debt. They're borrowing beyond their eyeballs and then some. And some of these people are doing this just to make ends meet. You see, that's what you would expect to happen in a society that's shifting away from a middle class into a extreme haves and have-nots environment. What else would you expect? I mean, the writing is on the wall. It's everywhere. Now let's move on. Let's move across the pond here a little bit. So the European Central Bank, this is what they're saying. When they say things like this, it really drives me nuts. I'm not kidding you. So the European Central Bank is going to let inflation run hot. They're going to let it run hot. So what they're saying is they're raising their inflation target. How many of you find it, I don't know, entertaining, disturbing, twisted, that these central banks, including the Fed, have a target inflation rate? In other words, they're telling you that they're going to devalue the currency at a certain rate, whether it's 2%, 2.5%, whatever it might be, in an environment, people, where we have runaway inflation. I mean, like I just said, year over year, food prices up 33.9%. A lot of people would think that's pretty freaking epic. I think that's pretty freaking epic. Energy prices, it's insane. But again, we have central banks here working in concert that have an inflation target telling you, okay, this is our target. It's lovely. And that means we're going to devalue the currency so we can hit it. But how come no one's talking about that? Again, none of our so-called... Do you feel... Again, I'm going to ask this question. Do you feel like you have representation here in the United States?
After I get back.
Do you feel that in epic? Energy prices, it's insane. But again, we have central banks here working in concert that have an inflation target telling you, okay, this is our target. It's lovely. And that means we're going to devalue the currency so we can hit it. But how come no one's talking about that? Again, none of our so-called... Do you feel... Again, I'm going to ask this question. Do you feel like you have representation here in the United States? Do you feel that in whatever state you live in, that your representative represents you? Or do they represent the corporate agenda? I mean, this is quite an environment we are in. Again, we have corporate America stronger than it's ever been. Record profits, windfalls. Big pharma, I mean, this is the greatest thing that could happen to them in the history of the world, the scamdemic. Yeah, corporate America doing great. Small businesses all but wiped out. Middle class going away. They're going extinct.
All right.
First of all, does any of that surprise you? Or is it exactly like I said would happen before?
I represent racism, yeah. Well, hopefully crypto and money goes up today, yeah. A right-wing drug. Seriously? Oh, boy.
Before it did. Because I explained this to you for I don't know how long, that you have a target on your face, it is tattooed on your face, and you can't get it off if you're a member of the middle class. You are under attack. You've been under attack for years. And it's just only going to get worse for you. And again, with these numbers coming out here, 29% of unemployed people who are actively looking for work, out of work for more than a year. That's supposed to be a booming economy. Look, they can throw any kind of numbers they want at you. These are the ones they're letting us know about. So the real numbers must be astronomically worse.
Yeah, that's true. Like especially unemployment numbers, they're highly manipulated, right? Because there's that rule, right? If you're not looking for work after 6 months, you're no longer counting unemployment statistics. So, it's clearly just a cheap tribal scam to, make unemployment look better than it really is. So, it's a shame. It's a shame.
I mean, you can find this information right from the BLS website if you'd like to. I don't know. It's just absurd to me, people. I don't know what to say about this anymore. Look, we really have to look out for each other. I don't know another way to put it. For example, I had this party on July 4th. A lot of that was to get you guys and girls together. So you guys and girls could meet people on the same page. And with regard to this blog, and especially on my website, traderschoice.net, the chat room, go over there for a moment and just have a look at the like-minded people over there. This is what it's all about. That's why I have it up there. It's all for you. It's not for me. I show up in that chat room once in a while. But for the most part, it's for all of you to get together and converse with people and say, okay, you know what? This is what's going on. This is what we're going to do about it, because we must stay on the right side of this free fall. We are in an economic collapse like we've never seen before. Okay, but the market, we hit record highs yesterday. S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Today we sold off a little bit. I mean, big freaking deal. Even with the yield curve literally collapsing before our eyeballs, the market barely moved. It barely moved. And this is not a crash of the market. The Fed's going to continue to buy it all, okay? And if they have to, they'll buy the stock market. They have a trading desk. You don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. The New York Fed has a trading desk. They buy stocks. They buy the stock market. With cash, they just miraculously create out of thin air.
Really?
Nothing, people, is what it seems in this environment. And you all know that. It doesn't even require a duh. Seriously. All right, people, look, that's about it. Important video. I covered all kinds of lovely things for you. I want to hear from you. What do you think about this stuff I covered, let's say in this video? Pick something I covered here in this particular video and comment about it. And I promise you, I will read the comments. Even if I don't respond, I will read them. And that's it. I'll see all of you in the morning. Love you a lot.
Okay. Well, as much as I like to stick around, because I want to find out if you get your money back, which you should. I don't know. I mean, there's not really much to say. I mean, markets went to crap today. There's a lot of fear. Everything's just kind of contradicting themselves. So, kind of like the guy that's trying to threaten me with his so-called counter lawsuit in the trademark suit, even though he's completely freaking wrong. But, well, it is 5:15. I mean, I'll probably just call my lawyer tomorrow. I mean, I tried calling him twice today, but, I could contact, no, maybe. No, I only need to talk to him for a little bit, but to election objectors. What? What does that even mean? I mean, how can you donate to them? Did I have a text? I don't really want to watch this. Oh, they're suspending donations to Congress people who vote to overturn the election results. Yeah, stupid assholes. Coming in our country, you take our shit, and then you can't even, give us, like, our democracy, man. It's even worse because he's, they're Japanese, right? So, I figure they could at least show a little more gratitude. Unless maybe from their point of view, that it is the grateful thing to do. I'll figure out praying. Yeah, you'll figure it out. I mean, if it were me, I would already have it back probably. But yeah, just install the app for putting your recovery seed, and then install sync. Because there's got to be some kind of login to tie it. Or there may not even need a login. It'll probably just check your keys. Sync VChain Ledger. Well, I guess we could take a look at this. Here we go. VChain Sync. What the hell is this? Okay. Okay. Alright, so it sounds like that's all you have to use. Before you start, set up Ledger Live on your Ledger device. I think that's the name of the app you have to install. Update the firmware on your Ledger hardware wallet. You don't really need to do that, I think, usually. Open the manager in Ledger Live. Connect and unlock your Ledger device. If asked, allow the manager on your device. Find VChain in the app catalog. Click the install button of the app. An installation window appears. Your device will display processing. The app installation is confirmed. Check the VSync user guide. Okay. You gotta be kidding me. Here, I think this is what you're looking for. Import Ledger. Yeah. Yeah, all you have to do is install this. It doesn't even ask you to input your recovery seed. How to recover VChain recovery seed ledger. Okay, if you're not sending it over, Jesus. Ledger. 24 words. So put in the key phrase. Okay, this is a little more complicated because the Ledger X site didn't say anything about using Trust Wallet, which is the Binance wallet. So yeah, actually, maybe you do need support from Ledger X because I'm not physically there, so I can't just figure it out for you. I'll put this over here too, in case you need to reference it. It's gonna be on my Twitter because I'm not logged into Trovo on Brave, and I'm too lazy to log in. So, yeah. So here's the thing. This is obviously the more complicated one. It says also sent to an Ethereum wallet. I technically don't think that's you, but you know, it seems to be a little convoluted. All right, so we can end it on this. So what's good old Saint Nick up to? JD Vance called Trump a racist idiot and said Obama is cerebral and the. Oh God, I don't want to say that. This pivot is so obvious and pathetic. Yep. Whatever happened to this? Simply stating that people are being murdered abroad, throwing. Okay. We got. What? Well, she deleted a lot of things, so. Tyler Bower. 7th generation. He's a TP USA Chief Operating Officer. Yeah. Trump is objectively correct here, LMAO. Trump reportedly made the observation while Kelly was reminding him which countries were on which side during the conflict, connecting the dots from the First World War to the Second World War, all of Hitler's atrocities. Kelly was stunned by Trump's remark, told the then president he was wrong, and argued the German people would have been better off poor and subjected to not okay or careful, and said you cannot ever say anything supportive of. Yeah, you just can't. But Trump was undeterred, said Bender, and pointed to the recovery of Germany's economy under Mr. Mustache Man in the 1930s as proof. Yeah, that's true. Like, there's a reason why, you know, the Nazis rose to power. If they were actually that incompetent, right, the German people would have voted their asses out and resisted them when they took power. But they didn't, because the Nazis actually took care of the German people. And also got them their pride back. So, you know, that's just what happens. So that's why you should, you know, not make people mad, right? Unless you have a really good reason to. Because you never know. They're like they say in The Dark Knight, you know, you hammered them, you beat them, and soon the mob had to turn to people that they didn't fully understand. And now you're blaming the mob for that? No, that's your own fault for pushing the freaking mob too far. So you get what you effing deserve, you know? So, not saying, oh, you gotta be careful because on YouTube, you know, I'm not saying it's justified, I'm just saying that's exactly what happens. So you always gotta be careful. Even when you're right, you can still be wrong, you know? Who are the real leaders of the conservative movement? Okay, so because I'm on stream on YouTube, I can't play that. Absolutely, but this whole pick is even better. I assume this is some feminazi C word. Oh God. But yeah, this is the super Chad pose. Super Chad. By the way, that is actually a very solid picture. Also, he clearly lifts. I think his veins are pop. Yeah, his veins are definitely popping out more than me. So he definitely has strong forearm strength at least. I have got to get myself one of these Hawaii color shirts. I love these shirts, but I don't actually have one. But I'm also rapidly losing weight too, because today I weighed 174.4 pounds, so I am rapidly losing this fat. Now I still have the gut. I think you can hear that. But you know, give it another month or two. I should be a lot lighter. You know, and I still have plenty of fat. All right, so I'm actually gonna go. Let me think. Yeah, you know, I'll just contact the lawyer tomorrow. You know, we have a little bit of time. But let me think. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I think I covered all my bases. So. Yeah, so hopefully you figure it out soon, and then just let us know tomorrow, American Supremacists. But yeah, as long as you have your keys, you should definitely 100% get your shit back. You just gotta follow the steps that I tweeted out, right? Install the Ledger Live software thing or whatever. I guess that's on your computer, and then take the steps to install the VChain Sync thing, and then you should have your money back. So. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. And, well, you know, pray to Jesus if you ever have a problem, because that's what I do. Actually, I've been doing it constantly, especially during this trademark bullshit. You know, but I think it's finally paying. Well, I think it's finally paying dividends. So, works for me. All right.